All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus Show. I am One Bar with Lupagus, and it is Packer Week. The Minnesota Vikings traveling on those goddamn Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I'm Lupagus, and I'm here with Roger, my friend, who's drawing right there. He's ginormous. Hurts really bad.
Hey, keep your head up. Roger will be gone before you know it.
Thank you. Makes you feel a lot better.
But it is disgusting, and I don't like looking at it. So I just got to be honest.
Yeah, it's Packers week. We already did a video. This is a huge game for the Vikings in a season that is lost. Why not upset your division rivals at home? Put a little limp in their swagger. Maybe who knows? Maybe even jack with their playoff positioning if you can sneak out this win. So a lot of things to play for the Vikings in this game. That at first blush looks like it's very, very unevenly matched.
Yeah, you kind of said it. We even though the Vikings are 1-5, appears to be just completely disgusting from here on out. We did a video on it earlier. This is the Vikings Super Bowl this week. This is our moment. This is the only joy that we could possibly get this year is to beat the Packers in Green Bay.
Oh yeah, so let's do it. Let's hop right into it with the. I don't know. You got some stats first? What are you doing?
Well, let's just look where the Packers are at since they unfortunately beat us week 1. Green Bay, as we know, they were 5-1. They have beaten the Lions, Saints, Falcons, they lost to the Bucks. They beat the Texans. So they're 5-1, looking pretty damn good offensively. They're the 8th ranked offense. Surprisingly, they're the 19th ranked passing offense. Aaron Rodgers having a fantastic year. 10th in rushing. Defensively, pretty damn good too. 11th overall defensively, 18th against the pass, 12th against the rush. That's as much as I want to talk about the Packers.
Did you say they're 19th in the pass, but 10th rushing the football?
You're damn right.
That is a shocking stat.
Well, Aaron Jones has been on fire, and we'll talk about if he's even going to play in this game. But yeah, they've ran the ball very well.
They use like 7 running backs every formation they go out there. All right. Well, I don't know. I have a little bit of a backache, but maybe it's time to get some doctor information from the One Bar Injury Report, sponsored by the SIP.
Oh, hell of a sip. All right, injury report. Well, appears you and I will be playing cornerback for the Vikings this Sunday.
Coach, put me in.
No, as far as did not practice, Mike Hughes, he ain't playing. Holton Hill, again, did not practice today. He ain't playing. Chris Boyd was limited. I didn't think I'd ever say this, but damn it, I hope Chris Boyd can play this Sunday. And Dalvin Cook was limited as well, but it sounds like he's going to play. I sure the hell hope he's going to play, but he was limited. The Packers, on the other hand, right? What's that?
Dantzler's out.
Yes, Dantzler is out. For the Packers, they got quite the lengthy list, so it'll be interesting to see who's actually active for them on Sunday. As far as limited, Bakhtiari, let's see who else. Mason Crosby did not participate. It does not sound like he's going to play, and that would break his streak. He's got the Lou Gehrig streak going on as far as how many games he's played. So it'll be interesting to see who's kicking for the Packers. Aaron Jones, the big name, the big boy, did not practice once again. All signs, everything you're reading say that he's probably not going to play, which would be fantastic. Kevin King did not practice today. Mercedes Lewis didn't practice. Sounds like that is kind of a given every Thursday. This guy doesn't practice. I don't know.
Because he's got to have his oatmeal because he's 90.
Yeah, he is 90. They had a ton of limiteds. I'm not even going to go through them, but some of the bigger ones that were limited. Savage, their safety, both the Smiths, it sounds like they're all playing. But the Packers seem a little banged up, so we might be getting a little bit of love there as far as their injury report, but it will be interesting to see who's kicking for the Packers.
Yeah, do they have a backup kicker on the roster?
I don't think so. And it's supposed to be windier than shit. The weather is not supposed to be ideal, so be interesting.
I hope it's a receiver. I love when the receiver is like the emergency kicker and comes in and does it. So maybe it'd be Davon Adams kicking field goals for the Packers.
Well, he's good at everything he does. He'll probably boot a 50-yarder.
With his dick.
Might be J.K. Scott, their punter.
Yeah, that would be the logical move, but sometimes those punters are not very good field goal kickers. So let's
one thing is clear: both teams are very banged up.
Yes. All right, you got your boarding pass?
For what?
For the trip around the NFC North. If you're going on a train,
I'm buckled
plane. All right, so here we go. We got the Packers at 5-1, Bears 5-2, no bye yet. Lions 3-3, and the Vikings at the bottom, sniffing everybody's buttocks at 1-5.
And it reeks.
It reeks so bad. Actually, we're so far below we can't even smell it.
I can
smell. Only guy I can smell is John Pinacini from the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple things here. The Bears are coming off a pretty bad loss, where they were beat pretty handily by the Los Angeles Rams. Packers, you got to think, are the clear favorites to win the division right now. I don't know. The Lions, I never trust the Lions. And the Bears can never seem to beat the Packers. So I think the Packers got smooth sailing to me for the rest of the way out here.
Yeah, except for this week, of course.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I will say one thing is I really want to beat the Packers. Obviously, this Sunday I just want to pull that big old upset. But usually I'm not a big fan of the Bears, but I got to say I really want to beat the Lions too. Jaron Kearse, man, he is just yapping on Twitter. Will not let it go. He does not like the Vikings. I mean, they must have did him very, very wrong. But I want to absolutely demolish the Lions, and I hope Kearse has a horrible game.
Does he even play?
Not much. And we'll talk about that a lot because that's Detroit next week, right?
Yeah, and I think you'll be scoring with them, so I'm sure you'll be bringing that up.
Yes, absolutely. But yes, I just wanted to say that. Yes, the Packers, you said it. They're the clear-cut favorites. Chicago Bears are like a hungover fart on a Sunday. You can't trust them.
What's gonna happen?
Sheets full of shit.
Oh my god. I need to quit drinking.
All right, let's start with 3 ways the Vikings could possibly lose this game. We're going to start with lose instead of win. We're going to end on a good note. How could the Vikings lose to the Packers this week?
Well, first of all, if you pressure Aaron Rodgers the way you did in week 1, which was not at all, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be another bloodbath, why would it be any better? The Vikings traded Yannick Ngakoue. Jalen Holmes is going to be starting at the left end. Denable did show a little bit. Right end. Denable showed a little bit of left end last week. So you hope maybe he continues that. I don't know. Jalen Holmes against David Bakhtiari is a horrible matchup. Maybe Zim can get creative and figure out how to get some pressure from the safeties, from the corners, from the linebackers, something. But if you cannot pressure Aaron Rodgers, this game is going to get ugly quick.
Yeah, at least week 1, we had Ngakoue. He was kind of fresh there, so he didn't do much. But we had some healthy corners at least. They were still young, but the thought of not getting pressure on him on Sunday and having cornerbacks like Harrison Hand, Jeff Gladney, Chris Jones, those guys back there and Rodgers having time is going to be a nightmare. I really hope they mix in DJ Wanham. Wanham's got a lot more pass rush ability than Jalen Holmes. So they got to get creative. It could get gross very quick.
Yeah, it could. All right. So you got another one for me? I want to hear it.
Well, the way they lose is if they turn the ball over like even once. I mean, if they step on their dick mildly on Sunday with even one turnover, it's gonna get out of hand. I think the Vikings are gonna have to have some sort of shootout game where they are matching the Packers. They're scoring on almost every damn drive. If they give up the ball, I think we're screwed. So we have to win the turnover battle, or at least match them 0-0. Because if we give it up once, they're gonna take advantage of it.
Yeah, another thing too is if they can't cover Davon Adams, I don't know if Jeff Gladney is going to be tasked with covering him. Not sure who it's going to be yet, but that would be my assumption. Adams, would he have 14 catches, like 100 million yards, a couple touchdowns in week 1? If he has another game like that, this thing is over. I mean, you don't even have to like shut him down. Keep him to like 6 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Something kind of normal, something kind of respectable. Just don't want him to have another huge ass game. Holton Hill was no match for him last time. Maybe if it is Jeff Gladney, maybe he can do better. But you got to cover this guy. double team him, triple team him. I don't care. Quadruple team him.
And he's coming off his best game of his career last week. Rip shit up. I got to say, Davon Adams, when he was a rookie, you remember when he was a rookie, balls were just like bouncing off his head. He almost looked like Troy Williamson out there. Damn, he has come a long, long way. He is fantastic. And we're going to be hurting for a squirting on Sunday when it comes to guarding him. It's like you said, if he gets 6 catches, 80 yards and a touchdown, that is a big old win. And my next one, as far as how the Vikings lose, just kind of, we've already alluded to it in our first two. It's just our cornerbacks. I mean, we got our cornerbacks on Sunday will be Harrison Hand, Jeff Gladney, Chris Jones, Mark Fields.
Chris Dingus Jones?
No, I wish it was the other Chris Jones. This is our brand new shiny Chris Jones. Yeah. I mean, look at that. I mean, Harrison Hand, I will say I'm excited to see him more. He had a pretty damn good debut for really not playing at all. But Chris Jones, Mark Fields, holy shit. I mean, Aaron Rodgers must just be visibly excited in his pants thinking about this.
Yeah, he's wet. He's wet as hell. One more thing the Vikings lose is that they cannot contain the Smith brothers. And, you know, Preston Smith was pretty quiet week 1 against the Vikings. It was Zadarius had a couple stats who I cannot stand, Zadarius Smith. I think we both feel the same way. But those guys are getting past tackles, the guards, wherever they end up lining them up, and are getting to Kirk Cousins, making him throw the ball earlier than he wants to, or, you know, swatting his hands. So he does one of those stupid half fumble pass things that always get picked off or picked up for a score. It's going to be a long ass day. So Elfline's back, I believe. Is he playing starting? So maybe that'll help a little bit. I don't have Drew Smee out there anymore. So maybe this line can maybe contain these guys. And if they can, the Vikings' chances of winning this game increase quite a bit.
Yeah, and Preston Smith, he's got a half a sack this year. Very surprised by that. I don't know.
When I talked to Bob,
Packers games, why? But he's got a half a sack, and last year he had 12 sacks. It's crazy.
Yeah, when I talked to Boz yesterday, I thought for sure that was going to be his guy that was the most disappointing, but he went a different route. So,
well, Zadarius I think has like 6, and it's the worst when that guy gets a sack. He doesn't even have. I mean, at least Everson had his go-to. Jared Allen had his go-to. Zadarius Smith, when he gets a sack, he just starts like humping the ground. It's very odd. My last one, how the Vikings lose is if they don't come out firing, they got to come out firing that thing. If they come out with some vanilla ass offense, not getting a little creative, it's over. I mean, they gotta. It's gonna. If they win, it's gonna have to be a shootout, and they're gonna have to hold with the Packers. So if they come out, run the ball twice, and then throw a 3-yard dunk to Kyle Rudolph, you're gonna know very quickly.
Yeah, you know, we kind of talked about in our Super Bowl video, play loose, you know, have fun. There's nothing to lose here. If you lose, you kind of win. So you might as well go for it as many times as you can. Take chances, chuck the ball down the field. Why not? This is not a good team this year. It's not a good season. And look at, you know, we just mentioned how bad that secondary looks right now, the corners. So yeah, play loose and have fun, I guess. Have fun, guys.
Chuck that thing. I mean, Kevin King might not be playing. I mean, the Packers' pass defense hasn't been overly great. So there's they might have some names back there, but they give up some big plays, and Kirk Cousins hopefully can take advantage of that a few times.
Let's hope so. All right, let's move over to how the Vikings win this game.
Well, my first one is just Kirk Cousins needs to play out of his effing mind. I mean, it comes down to that. He needs to have a game where everyone's just like, holy shit, Kirk Cousins can be awesome. I mean, he needs to have that type of game. He can't come out and just – with Kirk Cousins, I've said it on multiple videos. You're going to know within the first 2 drives what Kirk Cousins we got, and he better come out feisty and want to win.
Yeah, I also had just Cousins looks like the 2019 version of himself, not what we've seen lately. And what he's been lately is indecisive. He's turned the ball over. And if we have any of that, this game is going to be over very, very early. Another thing, how the Vikings win is that the Packers all come down with Corona quick and don't show up. And then the other things, if you're able to, you know, we mentioned already, if you can just kind of keep Davon Adams within a normal receivers day. We said 6 for 80, a touchdown. That would help a lot. If he's going off again for 15 receptions, damn near 200 yards, a couple scores, it ain't going to be good. And there's no reason to think he won't do that, which means he probably won't do that because that's just the way things go.
Oh, that was depressing. You just listed off 2, which was rude.
Well, my first one was a joke.
I just want to be very clear that was not polite. My next one is Dalvin Cook's got to play. That's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say about it. Dalvin Cook has to play for the Vikings to have any damn chance in this game.
Not just play, but he's got to get the 20 touches that he needs. I think week 1 he had 14-ish.
Yeah, but 2 of those were touchdowns.
Yeah, well, ride him hard. Every game the Vikings have been competitive in, what are you doing?
He's riding them.
Will you turn around and do it the other way?
No.
All right. Every game the Vikings have been competitive in, Dalvin Cook has been on a tear. Even in the Seahawks game that we lost, he was on pace for a hell of a damn good day until he got hurt. So just keep feeding him the ball. Good things will happen if you keep feeding Dalvin Cook. So Gary Kubiak, I know you're watching. Listen to this. Just keep handing the ball off to old number 33.
Hi, Gary.
Oh.
All right. My last one is to get big old stinky Irv involved. Irv Smith, first game, he had 1 catch, 11 yards. They've been getting him more involved. You look at some Packers box scores, they give up some yards and some receptions to the tight ends. And they're going to be, something tells me Mr. Alexander is going to be on Justin Jefferson, and they're going to be doubling up on Thielen, leaving tight ends possibly open in the middle, or maybe a slot receiver open. But I think Irv needs to really come up big in this game. Hopefully Kirk Cousins is looking at him. And yeah, that's it. Irv.
My last one is we got to figure out a way to contain Bob Tonyan.
Bob Tonyan.
Just kidding. I'm joking. I think just Jefferson and Thielen, they got to make some big plays in the passing game. Maybe one of those 70-yard bombs to Jefferson that gives the Vikings a quick score. Thielen always seems to play well against the Packers. He had 2 touchdowns last time. Maybe the Vikings or the Packers are going to shift some more coverage Jefferson's way, and that might open things up for Thielen. These guys, not only once, but they each need to make big plays in the passing game, probably a couple times if the Vikings have any shot to win this game.
I saw a tweet today. I don't know who it was, but it'd be fantastic. Even if we're losing by 75 points, is if Justin Jefferson scores, does the Randy Moss moon to nobody in the crowd, but just the fact that I can't think of anything better.
Did you see he grew his hair out to look like Moss?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's got the rookie season going like Moss. Granted, now he's not going to get to 17 touchdowns, but to throw out the moon, to give some love to Randy Moss, oh my God, I would lose my bodily functions.
What a disgusting act.
What a disgusting act. All right, those are the ways the Vikings are going to win this game. Let's get into the game changer. Who's going to be the game changer? Who is going to make or break this game for the Vikings?
I'm glad you asked one, Bar, because my game changer is Jeff Gladney. Vikings have any chance to win this game. Davon Adams has to be contained. It's going to be Jeff Gladney's job to make sure that happens. We've seen flashes from him. He's looked pretty good some games, but
hell yeah.
Last week against the Falcons, he fell over, dry humping the turf. Julio Jones walks in for a touchdown on 4th and 14. There's too many of those plays with Gladney. You look great, then you'll have this really, really boneheaded bad play. Get rid of those brain fart plays. Level out your play. Be consistent from the opening seconds to the last horn blows on the field. And keep Davon Adams contained a little bit. Jeff Gladney is the key to winning this game.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was going to go with Gladney. We got to remember though, Gladney has basically been boosted in this week to our best cornerback. He is our number 1 corner this week. He is going to be all on his shoulders to stop those receivers. So we got to have a little bit of. Can't get too mad if he just really, really sucks.
He's not going to suck. He's going to rip it up. And I know you're picking Harrison Hand, so let's hear it.
I'm not picking Harrison Hand. I do think Harrison Hand is gonna be a fun guy to watch in the last 10 games. I'm going.
Don't get it.
He came out and had a damn good game. He shouldn't have. He should have been horrible. I'm going with the easy one. It's Kirk Cousins. It's all on Kirk Cousins. Jeff Gladney could have a fantastic game, shut down Davon Adams, but it doesn't mean jack shit if we don't score any points. Kirk Cousins has got to come out lead this damn offense. If he comes out and has a horrible game, I can't even imagine the next week what you're going to see on Twitter. People just, oh my God, put in Sean Mannion, blah, blah, blah. Kirk Cousins, shut these guys up, beat the Packers when we shouldn't, and I will drink heavily if that happens, even if it doesn't happen.
I'll be right with you. So what is your bold prediction for the game this Sunday? Not the score. That's a separate video. Just a bold prediction. What might happen?
My bold prediction seems a little bit lame this week, especially for Packer week.
Won't be the same as mine.
But just looking at the weather, looking at the crazy winds, I mean, they're predicting like 40-mile-an-hour winds. I'm kind of predicting a stinker of a game. I think it's going to be low scoring. I'm going to say both teams. I'm saying my bold prediction is no one scores over 14 points. I think it's going to be just kind of a dud, and that's my bold prediction. I mean, everybody's predicting the Packers just to completely blow them out of the water. I think it's going to be close and very low scoring.
Your bold prediction is like mine, but a little bit more detailed. I just have it. My bold prediction is games are a lot closer than anybody thinks. We didn't do a tail of tape this week, but if we were, everything would have gone Packers' favor. On paper, this should be a blowout. Packers are rolling. Aaron Rodgers is playing at a freaking ungodly level right now. Davon Adams is playing out of his head. Vikings just got destroyed by an 0-5 football team who couldn't beat the Lions. And all they had to do was fall down. So this, right. This should be a blowout, but I really think this game is going to be a close game. I'm not going to say who I think is going to win at this point, but I do think it comes down to probably less than 7 points at the end.
I'll take it. I just want a good game. That's it. Remember, check out our predictions on Saturday for our actual score predictions and who will win.
Hell yes. And also, I always end this with a fact. I'm going to do it again. And it's finally happened. The scientists, they've done it. They've done it. They've found a way. They have figured out a way to unboil an egg.
God, I hope they can unboil Roger that's hanging from your face.
Never. He's going to be here for years.